Welcome to Makeup Monday. Quite a few of you messaged me and asked me to do a video on how to cover up under eye circles. As you can see, I don't have any makeup on right now, and this is something that I deal with myself. And it took quite a few years to get a good system down with products I really love that work consistently. And so what I'm going to show you today is what I do every time I wear makeup. It's not the fastest method in the world, but to me it's what works the absolute best. And if you have bad skin or under eye circles, there's not really going to be any method that's super fast. You are going to just have to be prepared to spend a few minutes dealing with it. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start with primer. I use Benefit Porefessional. I have used this for a couple of years now. It's my absolute favorite. I've tried lots of primers. This is the one that works for me. A little bit of this goes a long way. I use probably about a pea-sized little blob. We're just going to dot it on and rub it in. Make sure you moisturize your face before you start your makeup routine. I'm not particularly choosy on moisturizers, but it's important that you use one. Then after that, I apply some kind of shimmery skin cream. MAC makes Strobe Cream, which I really like. This is Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. If you want to go a more inexpensive route, NYX makes one that's really good. But the point of this is to add some shimmer to my skin, because the thing with under eye circles and any skin imperfections is that you don't just want to conceal them, but you also want to bounce light off of your skin. Anytime you have light bouncing off of those under eye circles, it's going to give the appearance of like a glowy look over here, which is going to illuminate that whole area. So any kind of shimmer, backlighting that you can add to your routine is just going to help that under eye circle. So we've got that all rubbed in. And then next I do my foundation. Some people like to apply their concealer first, foundation second. I have found for me, my under eye area looks best when I apply my concealer after my foundation. And that's because it kind of adds a lightness to that whole area here that just gets covered up when I do my foundation second. I use Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have tried a bazillion different foundations over time, and this is the one that by far works the best for me. I haven't used anything else in probably a couple of years now, and I'm down to the end of my bottle. So I have skin that tends to be more oily as the day wears on, so I can't really wear a foundation that has a ton of oil in it. This is good because it's full coverage without looking super cakey, and it's nice and creamy, but at the same time, halfway into the day, my makeup still looks absolutely perfect. And then I blend it with a sponge like this. This is a Real Technique sponge that I pick up at Ulta. I also really like just the regular beauty blender that you see like at Sephora, but I like this one because it has that flat end. And I'm just going to dot all over, and you don't need a ton, and just blend it in. I have never really gotten the hang of putting foundation on with a brush, and the sponge is just what works best for me. Next, I apply my concealer. I use IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. They have one that comes in a squeezy tube, and then they have one that comes in a double-ended tube like this, and half of it is a brightener and then half of it is a concealer. This is my favorite concealer of all time. It's really creamy, it goes on nice, and it's thick and very pigmented. And what I do is I get the concealer and I kind of do it in a triangle. And then what we're going to do is get this sponge and blend it up and out. And I go all the way up past my eyebrow and all the way down past my nose. I'm just going to blend up here, down past my nose, and you just kind of work it in a triangle. And because this concealer is so creamy, it just spreads really, really easily. Next, we're gonna set this area with powder. I know some people don't like to set their makeup with powder, which I've never understood, because powder is gonna make that stuff stay on all day long. So I have found that BareMinerals Mineral Veil, the Illuminating Mineral Veil, is the best thing to set this area. And then I just take the same sponge, dip it in. Again, if you have this creamy makeup here and you use a brush, you're just gonna smudge everything you've got going. So I just dab that whole triangle area right there. And again on this side. Then after that, I'm gonna take this brush, my powder brush. I'm gonna blend it. Just kind of all that excess blended in. Next, we're gonna set everything, the whole face, with some translucent loose powder. I like this powder by Fiona Stiles, and it is in the shade Whitestone. I prefer translucent powder to colored powders just because no matter what shade I'm at and whether it's the summer or the winter, it's gonna look fine. Just gonna use a little bit, get it on my brush, and just buff over my whole face just to set all that foundation. And between that primer, that foundation, and this powder, your makeup isn't going anywhere all day long. I have put this on before at 6 a.m. and been going at 9 o'clock at night and still looked perfect.
And action.
And the last step for covering those under eye circles is an illuminator. I love this one by Becca. It's the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Pearl. It's a white, kind of a shimmery. And what I do is I take the tip of this brush. This is a It Cosmetics double-ended brush. And I'm gonna draw a triangle with this illuminator. And what this is gonna do, again, is just give another little bit of light to this area right here, to where the light is just gonna bounce off of it and it's gonna look really pretty and glowy and illuminated all here, which is gonna get rid of any kind of shadows or darkness or anything you've got going on. Here. Now this isn't related to under eye at all, but normally I'll do a little stripe here, a little bit here, here, and here. Just places where the light naturally hits your face, and that's just gonna make your skin look really nice and glowy. So we're just gonna blend that in really good under your eyes. So as you can see, no under eye circles, everything looks nice and bright and awake, which is exactly what you want. My skin looks really glowy and it's gonna last all day. So that's what I do to cover my under eye circles. I do it every day I wear makeup and it's always worked really great for me. That's it for Makeup Monday this week. Thanks for watching.